summer quickly approaching. Are you ready to hit the pool or the beach? If you're still struggling to lose some weight, we have a plan that could help you lose up to 20 pounds in 6 weeks. New York Times bestselling author Dr. Ian Smith's new book, The Metflex Diet, Burn Better Fuel, Burn More Fat, walks you through a daily meal and exercise plan. And he is joining us this morning with why this plan is helping so many drop unwanted weight and also get fit. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So one of the issues you address is metabolic health. Why is this such a concern?
Well, because there are over 500 metabolic syndromes that people suffer from, and many don't know that they're suffering from it. One of the issues I want to tackle in this book is something called metabolic flexibility, which basically means the body's ability to burn both major fuel sources, carbs and fats. Unfortunately, some of us can burn carbs well and not fats. We can burn fats well and not carbs. That's called metabolic inflexibility. But in order to lose weight and to lower our blood pressure and cholesterol levels, we have to be flexible. We have to burn whatever fuel is available. So this is a 6-week program that exposes and introduces carbs and fats in a way that teaches your body how to burn both efficiently and effectively.
You also have a companion workbook. Do you find this helps people stick to the program, maybe be more accountable for what they're doing?
Absolutely. We have a Facebook group, which is the name of the book, Metflex Diet. And I gave 1,000 people the program early. The average weight loss in the group was about 14 to 16 pounds in just 6 weeks. But people also lost between 8 and 10 inches. Now, the workbook they asked me to create because they want a daily companion, something that would keep them kind of in the game every day. It only takes a few minutes a day to do. And people who actually used the Metflex Diet workbook lost 25% more weight. And they said that they were able to stick to the plan longer. So this kind of daily companion, this journaling experience is extremely important to give you greater insight into what's working, what's not working, and to keep you engaged.
Yeah, those are outstanding results, Dr. Ian. When you talk about metabolic inflexibility, you know, many of those, I think over 50, they always hear, oh, your metabolism slows as you get older, but this can really help them as well, right?
100%. We have a lot of people in our group who are either perimenopausal, menopausal, who have found the scale finally moving. And what they didn't realize was that this entire time, they thought the issue was that their metabolism was too slow. But new research shows us that actually between the ages of 20 and 60, your metabolism is relatively stable. It's not until you turn about 60 that you start slowing down. So why is it that so many people are struggling to lose weight during their 20 to 60? It's because they are metabolically inflexible. And in our group, a lot of women said that this was a plan that finally got those numbers to start moving and that fat to start burning.
What are 4 easy tools people can immediately implement in their life right now to improve their metabolic flexibility?
Number 1, better sleep. It's very important for your hormonal flow. Number 2, exercise. Not a ton of exercise, 20 to 30 minutes, 4 days a week. In the Metflex Diet book, I show you exercise illustrations you can do right at home, in your living room, in your backyard, even in a hotel room. Number 3 is something called cyclical ketosis, which means cycling in and out of keto. I'm not a fan of long-term keto, but short-term keto, then carb loading, short-term keto, carb loading. And the last thing, of course, is intermittent fasting. That has been shown to really do a great job at burning fat, and particularly those stubborn areas.
In the book, I love it. I mean, you give a ton of recipes, you know, smoothie recipes, snack recipes, as well as all the exercises that you mentioned.
Yes. And also, by the way, you can have alcohol in this program. Not many programs I've written where I can say drink alcohol, but there are certain days that you can have alcohol. You're going to have pasta, pizza sometimes, steak, fish. This is a program of regular, affordable, tasty food that's accessible to everyone.
Dr. Ian Smith, we so appreciate your time this morning. The book, once again, is The Metflex Diet, Burn Better Fuel, Burn More Fat. Thank you so much.
Thank you.